Alrighty. Alrighty. We are back. Alright, we're back. Let me zoom in my camera a little bit. My mic's all the way over there. I should probably have fetched that, but it's all good. Again, noob live streamer. Whoa, that's brightness. That's not what I want to change. Go back down. Control zoom. There we go. Just so I fit in all my frames. Alrighty, we're back. And if you were here last stream, and let me make sure that it all looks good. If you were here last stream, you know we had some issues, a couple technical difficulties. We were streaming in 360p. We are no longer streaming in 360p, which is fantastic. And that's really what we're looking for. My camera's out of focus. Golly, that's annoying, but it's okay. We're gonna jump over to my desktop, in which, man, I gotta just change my camera back there. There we go, I'm focused now. So back over to the desktop. Let me open my chats. Defus, how we doing? Hey, I said I'd stream on Twitch. Here we are. We're streaming on Twitch and YouTube. I think everything is working good. I really don't know, but well, I guess we'll see. Okay, hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day, and hopefully we learn a lot here. I'm gonna start the domain controller. So yeah, this is part 2. I'm not gonna call the other part a failed test because we did get a couple things done, but still lots of work to do. Got that plugin running? I do. Yep, that plugin is actually very clutch. And it looks like, from my perspective at least, it looks like things are working properly. So I appreciate the suggestion. It is super clutch for what I needed to do. I think I'm just going to stick to just YouTube and Twitch for now. We'll see if I expand in the future, but it's probably going to be the looks good at Twitch. Okay, that's good. Good to know. Thank you. And thank you again for the plugin suggestion. I am quite new to all this stuff, so having awesome people like you give me suggestions when I'm being dumb is exactly what I need. But anyways, if you were here last week, you'd know we went a little bit into the weeds of the domain controller, but the only thing we've done is changed our Windows server to a Windows domain controller. That's all we've done so far. We've given it the Duet name, so when we hopefully log in soon. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we're not going to log in. But when we log in, we're going to see duet/administrator or backslash, I think it's / duet/administrator, which says, hey, we are the administrator on the domain controller, on the domain, which is what we're looking for. There we go. Logged in now. Hopefully it doesn't ask me for the administrator password, because I typed it last stream and I have it somewhere in my notes, but and it doesn't look like it is. Thank goodness. So this stream is going to be a continuation of what we started last week. We're going to fully set up the domain controller today. It's going to be a relatively short stream. Once again, I kind of want to keep these short so they're like mini episodes for YouTube. I think that's a good way of going about it, and keeps things short, keeps things sweet, keeps things organized as well. So I can kind of label each part. So like part 1 was our plan. Part 2 is going to be the actual development of the domain controller. Part 3 can be development of the workstation and the users and stuff. My channel is awesome, and keep it up. Billy Bobby, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It actually means a ton. So thank you. Oh, I'm glad I can help. I'm put in a very fortunate situation where I have the opportunity to go out and learn stuff, and then I can teach it. And in teaching it, I'm relearning it. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 deal. Usually build a nicer community on Twitch for live streams, so I had to get you streaming here. That's a good point. That's a good point. And I did have a few preconceived notions about Twitch, but they really didn't matter at all. So I appreciate the shout. My idea was, well, I already have a good following on YouTube, so might as well start there. And then if the streams go well, then we can transition over to Twitch, and that's kind of what we've done. But I mean, the earlier the better, I guess, right? Anywho, Billy Bobby, you're the man. Thank you. Yeah. That's gonna keep me smiling all day. Not gonna lie. That's. I'm just glad that I can help people. Can't wait to see your channel in a couple of years. I know it's gonna be huge. I don't know about that. That's some high aspirations. I mean, I'm gonna keep creating content at least for the rest of this year. See how it goes. But yeah, I mean, it's been really fun to create content. Just doing different stuff. Like the last video I recorded, I actually just posted it a few minutes before going live. Is I'm kind of transitioning from the cert-based stuff into a little broader of an audience, like doing more student stuff, student-focused stuff. Because I'm in college, right? It's kind of my whole identity right now is being a college student. So I think transitioning the content to match that would be cool to see, and hopefully it gets good reception. Hopefully people learn a lot from me, and that's the goal. But I appreciate the support, Billy Bobby. Actually means the world. But anyways, let's get started here. Let's jump into command shell or command prompt. And like I said, who am I? We see duet / administrator. So this is telling us, hey, we already set up the domain controller. We're already set up in the domain. Though if I do hostname, I don't know if we changed that. We didn't. Okay, so let's change the hostname really quick to DC01. What's the topic today? The topic today is we are going to continue building out the Hack Smarter lab. So this lab is going to be called Duet. You should be able to play it after it gets released. And this is something I wanted to do for a while, just live building a lab, just hanging out, building stuff. And oh, I don't want to, hold on, edit host name. Host, or I think it's computer name, computer. View your PC name. Yeah, I just ran the hostname command twice. I didn't do anything. You rename this PC, and we're gonna name it to DC01. Next, it should give me a restart. Hi Bala, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Restart now. Continue. When's the lab gonna go live? That's a good question. I think honestly, it's gonna go live whenever we finish building it here. I mean, so you guys are going to be in the process. Annika, you're going to be in the process. You're going to be watching me build the lab, so you'll know when it's close to completion. You can hang around and watch the streams and see how close we are to being done. But I'm assuming I stream once a week and I get a good chunk done every week. It'll probably be live by the end of the month. Because it's not a crazy complex box, but I really don't know, like with problem solving and all that stuff, like what problems are going to crop up and all that stuff. So I'm going to shoot for end of March. It's close to the end of the month, but we'll see, and you'll know, obviously. I mean, we'll be streaming it all. Hi, do I work in cybersecurity? I do work in cybersecurity. I am a student studying cybersecurity, but I also have a job where I work as well, I do a lot of things, to be honest, but I am going on like 2 or 3 years on an internship where my responsibilities have really gone everywhere. So I've touched a lot of aspects of cybersecurity, which is nice. I love that. Can I roughly talk about what the box will include? And by the way, people on YouTube, I'm also streaming on Twitch, so if that's a more comfortable platform for you, that is, feel free to jump over to Twitch and join the chat there. But it's great seeing both perspectives, both platforms. So yeah, so this box, my login is constantly failing, but so the box is going to be a 2-machine lab. So we're going to have a workstation, and we're going to have a workstation and a domain controller. And let me go back here. It's not logging me in. Let me log out, relog in. What the heck? Let's jump back over here. Connect. See if that does us any good. It might just be taking a while to restart. One good question, OCP, you said OCP has 3 machines. Is it 3 machines and 2 normal machines along with the AD set, or 3 machines with the AD set? So it's 3 standalone machines and then the AD set, which is also 3 machines. So you have 3 connected machines and then 3 standalone machines. So six in total. Bala, thank you for hopping in the Twitch chat. I appreciate it. I guess I should set up follows and stuff for Twitch, because I don't really get notifications for that. Man. Shouldn't. I guess that'll be a next stream thing. But Paula, I appreciate you jumping in the Twitch chat. Guys, I don't know why it's we're not logging in here. Let me jump back over here and let's restart the machine fully, I guess. Yeah, Core Stack is what we're using to build this. This is kind of Tyler Ransby's preference and platform of choice. And it's great platform, but sometimes you just gotta turn off the machine and turn it on again, and that'll do. Hi, how am I doing? I love your content. Gox Sec, did I pronounce that correctly? Gox? It's a cool name. So, it sounds like a villain. Gox. I appreciate you. I'm glad that the content is enjoyable. I try pretty hard on it, and I'm glad it can be of some value to really anyone. And it's Billy Bobby was saying earlier how it's just learning a lot, and I'm glad I can make an impact on people. That's really just what matters most to me, and teaching people and allowing people to learn and taking away gateways as well, or not gateways. Well, I guess that's gateway. I was more so saying gatekeeping. I don't think gatekeeping should be in cybersecurity, but alas. What topics did they ask you for internship, and did you showcase any projects? I mean, I think it depends on job to job, but for the interview process was pretty easy for me, just because I'd been talking to them for so long and they kind of knew who I was, knew my resume, and knew what I could do. But I did showcase a few projects in the sense of, like, I expanded upon projects I was already working on in my resume. So, dang. Hopefully this connects. This would be a shame if it just broke. We'd have to pivot and start working on the workstation, but we'll see. But yeah, I had projects on my resume, and I essentially just expanded upon those when I talked to them. So they asked about the project. I said, yeah, this is what I did, and then just expanded in more detail about what that project was and what I did. How exactly does it work? So you choose which OS to create the box? Yeah, exactly. So Core Stack, and it looks like we are really just not, it's not liking us today. So Core Stack, this is kind of my system group. And if I go here, I have a developer look at the back end of all HackSmarter stuff because I've done labs for them before. But I can just add a system here. And there's a bunch of different options, and like there's Windows servers, there's a ton of like individual and group, but you can do Windows, you can do Debian, you can do Ubuntu, right? So there's a ton of different OSs, operating systems you can choose from, and then yeah, it just creates it. You get an IP for it. You can network them, obviously. So this is like a system group. So this is how my Active Directory machine is going to be networked. And then, yeah, you just connect with Guacamole, like an RDP instance, and then you tinker away, stop the machine, start the machine, and then when you're ready for it to test all of it, you click the big start button up here. Oh, I think my face is blocking it, but there's a start button up in the top right. I suggest one thing to you at security, do blue teaming as well, which, yeah, that's a great idea. You know, I think having a diverse, and this kind of contradicts what I said in my most recent video, but having a diverse experience when it comes to cybersecurity is always going to be valuable. I mean, doing red teaming and blue teaming, or purple teaming, as you say, like, there's really no downside to it. I'm gonna stop this and start it again because it's not letting us log in. And if we're not able to log in here for the next few minutes, I guess I'll just recreate the domain controller, which shouldn't be a problem. It's actually crazy to me that I have viewers from India. Like, I'm obviously from the US, but having international viewers is such a crazy concept to me. Like, YouTube and social media and the internet is all just such a cool place because I mean, you get to meet people like Bala, right? Just awesome people who are hanging out and from different countries. It's really cool. All right, our machine has been stopped. Let's start it again. Really hoping this works. Third time's the charm. The domain controller can take some time to spin up. How do the resources look on those machines? So I think you can actually choose the resources. I guess we'll just do it here just because. Like Windows, add a new server. So you can choose kind of the size of the system here. I believe I chose medium or large for the domain controller and then medium for the workstation. I kind of forget which one, but yeah, you can choose the resources and choose what you need. But I should have plenty of resources. I'll let it spin up for a while. You're right though. I'll let it spin up and then I'll connect in a few minutes. You said WinPeas won't work fully. Most of the people suggested me to use WinPeas and LinPeas. Can I make it launch from Python to Windows, or is it okay or not? Or not? My suggestion on it. I think it depends on the context. I mean, are you saying like, Bala, are you saying like in the OSCP? Do I suggest using WinPeas and LinPeas, or just in general? Because I think it's context dependent. Does 2026 cybersecurity require AI or mostly depend on manual testing? That's an interesting take, and I think that everyone is going to get impacted by AI in some sort. I think technology fields more so than everyone else. So I think in 2026, and really I don't have a great grasp on it because I don't directly work in offensive security and pen testing yet. I will very shortly, but I don't directly work in that field yet. But from my understanding, people are using it as augmentation, and AI is definitely going to be used a lot to help people, but it's also going to be used as an attack surface. It's an additional attack vector, right? When you think of a banking website and the banking website has a chat bot that you can talk to and it's an LLM, I mean, it's just like even like OffSec, right? They have OSAI, which is their new thing. So, but yeah, I definitely think cybersecurity, you should understand some fundamental stuff of how AI works and its vulnerabilities and all that good stuff. So yeah, for OSCP, Bala, I would say, I don't know when I said WinPeas won't work, but I think for OSCP, it would definitely, using WinPeas and using LinPeas is definitely the right way to go. And I mean, it's just because it's simulating a pen test, right? So you are essentially trying to find the most vulnerabilities as possible in the least amount of time. So you're kind of hurting yourself if you don't use the automated scripts. Can you make it launch from Python to Windows? I don't know about that. Okay, I'm just gonna rebuild this machine. It's not being nice. That's fine. So stop this. I'm gonna delete it and then I'll make a new domain controller. Yeah, well, I'd say 100% use use WinPeas, use LinPeas, and the OSCP. It's definitely great tools. You could think about integrating a chat with both YouTube and Twitch messages. Is that a thing I can do? Hold on, if that's a thing I can do, then that's definitely going to be that's definitely in the cards. Because it'll help me too, because I'm looking on one side of my screen, I have YouTube, on the other side I have Twitch. So integrating them into one chat would be great for both me and you guys. Do I work as a full-time pen tester? No, I do not. I'm a full-time student. Soon I will be a full-time pen tester, hopefully. I mean, I really don't know. Nothing is guaranteed, but that is my goal. The end goal is to be a full-time pen tester or red teamer. Yeah, it looks like I messed something up here with my configuration of this. So we're going to delete it and make another one. So we're going to add system, core stack, Windows Server 2022, I think, right? Yeah, Windows Server 2022. Core stack, Windows 2022, system name, Duet, UC01, UC01. We'll make it medium. I think this is, I wonder if I have to make a bigger disk size because it's domain controller. Let me change that to 60. Let that boot up. How old am I? Ooh, I'm unk. I'm getting up there. So I'm a senior right now in university. So I'm pretty old. Pretty old. Is core stack paid? No. Well, I think that this interface, like the dev interface, might be, but I think they have tiers. Like I think they have a free tier, then a premium tier, then an advanced tier, or something along those lines, where you can host a certain amount of machines on their website or a certain amount of EMs before you have to pay. So I think there is a free tier, but definitely fact check me on that because I'm not sure. But yeah, Defus, if you know how to, I can use Streamlabs or Stream Elements website to create a chat box with both chats. And I put that as a browser source in my OBS. Interesting. So you're saying like it's not actually integrated for me on my side. Like there's still YouTube chat, there's still Twitch chat, and then there is like I'll take both of those, integrate it into a single display chat, like how Tyler Ransby does his streams. He has like a box in the top right where chats show. And that's, yeah, I can do that through Streamlabs or Stream Elements and then do the browser source like that. Okay. I think I have a good grasp of what you're talking about. And I think that's a good to do after the stream. Yeah. But I like that suggestion. When we are upgrading the stream, think about it, guys. Last week, the stream was in, or yesterday, or 2 days ago. On Thursday, the stream was in 360p. Today, the stream's in 1080p. Next week, we're going to have integrated chat. Oh. You thought I worked as a full-time pen tester, so I get some tips and tricks from you. I'm 17 right now, got CCNA, CJCA, and working on CPTS. I mean, to be honest, if you're 17 and you got all those certs and you're working towards all those certs and you're smart enough to do them, I don't know if you need tips and tricks from me. I think it sounds like you have a pretty good grasp on what you want to do. I mean, unless you're looking for direction. I mean, CCNA, CJCA, and especially if you get CPTS, those are some solid certs. And if you want to go to university, or you can probably just go straight into the job market if you don't want to go to school with those certs. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you may need to ask more specifically tips and tricks you're looking for, because it looks like you're doing pretty good right now. You can't really put both chats into the actual chat. You can, but it'll get messy quickly. Yeah. I'd assume so. But yeah, just I think having chat up on the screen would be cool. It's a little more interactive, a little more stream-like, if that makes sense. Like being able to see your chat pop up on screen. I think that's very cool. Like when I've watched live streams, that's one of the best features for me personally. So CCNA was the hardest, yeah. I really you want the job as fast as possible. You started with 13 or 14, but wasn't consistent. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you have a pretty good mindset and a pretty good work ethic. So I definitely think that you are in good contention for job offers with the certs. I mean, the advice I guess would just be keep going at it. It sounds like you're a pretty smart kid, and it sounds like you're ready to take it to the next level. So keep grinding the certs, and I think from a career perspective, I'd say to start networking yourself, like make friends in the field, and as opposed to just applying to job after job after job with your resume, because that's kind of, in my opinion, that approach to job offers is kind of dead. I definitely think networking and getting to know the people and getting to be friends with people is the best way to land positions. Anyway, we're back here. This is kind of what we did last week, but I guess that stream did get cut off. I did delete that VOD because it was so bad. So we're gonna redo this. ADDS, add features, next, install. Yeah, Blower Lingu. Blower? Guys, I'm really bad at pronouncing names. Like, really bad. It's a problem since I want to live stream. This is not good. In India, the skills you have can land you an easy job as a fresher or a beginner, but in USA, what does it look like? I mean, I think they're pretty similar, to be honest. I think, and with the skills I have, I mean, I have, let's do a quick refresher. I've got the OSCP, I've got the PNPT, I've got the PJPT. I recently got my Security Plus, and I have the PT1. So I have a lot of offense security certs. But I think more importantly, let me promote this to main controller really quick. Add a new forest, duet local, or add a new forest, duet local. Next. And to be honest, I think something that stands out on my resume more than anything else are my projects. So like, oh my gosh, I almost just died. I think projects and certifications are a little more important than experience, especially now. Like everyone knows the job market's tough right now. So hiring managers will look for other things that supplement for experience, like certifications, like projects, and just showing you're taking initiative to build your skills and your education and stuff like that. So I don't know if it would be easy necessarily to get a job in the US with my skills. Like I said, it comes down to networking and who you know a lot more than the actual skills, but I wouldn't say it's the most difficult thing in the world. But then again, I've done quite a lot to get where I am today. So why do I have Sec Plus? In my opinion, CompTIA is trash. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you there. I did not like the certification. I didn't like the exam, but for some of the roles that I'm looking to apply to, they have Sec Plus as a requirement. It's just a general good foundational cert to have. So there's really no downside of getting it for me or for me in getting it. So I got it anyways. Okay. DSRM password. Um, Hopefully I remember this. Hopefully I typed that correctly. Shoot. Let me open my Notion and grab this. All right, there we go. I found the password, guys. Next. There we go. Gosh, now I have to open all my chats again. Golly. Okay. Next. Now everyone is worried about Claude Code. Yeah, nowadays everyone is worried about Claude Code. I mean, even me. Like, I think I have some decent skills, nowhere near where I could be or should be. Like I still have a ton to learn. I think that's the beautiful thing about cybersecurity is there's always new stuff to learn. But Claude Code is making things interesting. It's really, I mean, the reality is Claude Code takes a lot of junior roles. I feel like it's hard to get the easy roles because you can just have Claude do it for you and do it faster and stuff. But waiting for DNS install. Yeah, it's Claude Code is scary. It's equally scary and amazing. I think it's super, super cool. Super cool of a tool, and it's really, really useful. And it will continue to be really useful. But I think, I don't know. It's really up in the air. I don't have the answers. I don't know what's going to happen, but hopefully people use it for the right things. Yeah, you live in the USA, right? You're from Germany? See, that's crazy too. It's crazy that there are people who watch me that are from India, who are from Germany, like crazy stuff. Okay, our domain controller, or the server has been successfully configured and updated to a domain controller. We should restart here. Nice, 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 nice. What age did I start from 0? Let's see. I think I was either 17 or 18. So it's been only a few years, only 4 or 5 years. So I started pretty old, like when you got people, I mean, when you got your CCNA at 15 or whatever, it's not, can't compare, but yeah, I started right before I went to college. Claude Code, even it kills our jobs too. Network Chuck is talking about it. Even John Hammond did it. Yeah. I mean, it's scary and it's amazing all at the same time. Do you think that there are any additional value for the other certs after you got OSCP / HR resume wise? I think from a, oh man, login failed. It's just not good. If I can't log in for 40 straight minutes, this is not good. I may have to just work on the other machine. Who knows? I think from an HR perspective, no. I think the only certs that not matter, but like the only certs that stand out are OSCP and Security Plus, just because they're so well known. The other ones are kind of niche, right? The TCM security certs, they're still new. The TriAcme PT1, still very, very new. So I think from an HR perspective, they aren't valuable, but obviously from a learning perspective, they're more than valuable. All right, we're gonna try to change our host name again. I don't know what happened last time. It's I wonder if I can do this through the command line actually. Let's see. Let's do some Googling. And we're gonna do a lot of this stream. We're gonna do a lot of Googling. I just started at 27. Looking at you guys, it makes me feel way too old. Yeah, I mean, everyone is just, and I think that's the really, really cool thing about cybersecurity is you can kind of start at any age. You can start when you're little, like when a teenager, or you can start in college, or you can start after graduation. But the cool part is you can start and you can come from any different background, any different experiences, and you'll be able to make it and you'll be able to work in the field. How to change computer host name PowerShell. See if there's a PowerShell command to this. Rename computer. Nice. Okay, let's try this because the GUI did not work well last time. So let's try PowerShell. I don't recommend certifications. Bala on Twitch, by the way. Check out the Twitch if you haven't. I don't recommend certifications as they won't give you any job unless you prove your knowledge in front of HR. There's a stupid system called ATS for most of the companies which rejects it even if you have the proper skill. Yeah, the AI resume stuff is... Dang it, my command didn't copy. I remember. Rename computer. Session name is going to be DC01. Hopefully that's right syntax. A parameter. Name computer. New name. DC01. After you restart. Okay, restart. I don't know if that's the actual command. It might be reboot. It's gonna be a little PowerShell lesson too. I'm more of a Bash guy myself. Bash and Linux. Don't use PowerShell that often. And it looks like it is. Well, I don't know, maybe. PowerShell reboot computer. It's shut down. I mean, restart, reboot, shut down, restart computer. Okay. Okay, I was close. They're all the same thing. There we go. Yeah, the AI sort of jobs and companies using ATS it's a little controversial in my opinion, but I understand why they do it. I mean, they get hundreds, if not thousands, of applications. Sifting through all of them is just so old-fashioned. And when you have the technology that you need today, or that we have today, I feel like it's a waste of energy to sift through all of them first on a first pass, at least. I got my OCP at 39. What are you guys even talking about? Oh, that's funny. I'm telling you, it's just like everyone comes in at different experience levels, different ages, and I feel like there's not every industry can do that. Not every job role can do that. It's super cool. I'm really hyped for August. Also starting my internship in DC. Ooh, that's interesting. What are you gonna do in DC? If you can tell us. It's very, very cool. Would that be your first internship or? Oh wait, in a DC. I thought DC as in capital of the United States. I'm actually I'm so stupid for that. In a DC, are you saying in a domain controller? Or is DC an acronym that I'm data center? Oh, not Washington DC or domain controller. Wow. I was close. Domain controller is crazy. Working in a data center is actually, it's gotta be super cool. I'm really excited for you. I hope it's fun and you learn a ton. I'm a software engineer, mainly worked in backend, interested in cybersecurity. Where to start? Watson, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming in and asking me. I would say if you're already a software engineer and you already work in backend stuff, I feel like the transition for you wouldn't really be that hard because you're kind of skipping the levels, right? In the video I just posted, actually, I talk about how cybersecurity is kind of foundational first. So you have foundation stuff like networking, programming, all that good stuff, then you build upon it. So I think you already are in a good spot, assuming like you're a pretty experienced software engineer. I think you're in a pretty good spot to transition to cybersecurity because you already have the fundamentals down. You already understand all the stuff you need to be good at cybersecurity. So to start, I think I actually no plug here, but I do have a video on my channel that is 2026 roadmap for beginners. So I'd highly recommend checking that video out because I'm just going to restate what I said in that video here and it'd be a waste of everyone's time. So go check out that video on my channel. I think it does a good job of talking about like kind of what you need to think about, questions you need to ask yourself. And hopefully if you watch that video and you still don't know where to start, then you can come back here and let me know. Because then I know that I need to make that video better. But okay, so now we should have, who am I? So we're duet administrator and hostname, and we're on DC01. All right, guys, it's been 45 minutes and we've changed the name of the computer and we've promoted this to a domain. Things are really looking up for us. Bala says, I had an experience in data center. It was a very lucky job role. Yeah, working in a data center must be crazy. I also want to start a YouTube channel, but scared to show my face. I mean, you don't have to do face cams. I mean, I just do it because I think the things I talk about are too boring, and I don't think I'm experienced enough or good enough at editing to compensate. So you kind of have to like, I just talk with my face because it's a little more engaging for the stuff that like for the videos I make, and yeah, like that's kind of why I do a face cam. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. I mean, it's not like a requirement. You can still make great content and not show your face. I mean, look at IPSEC, for example. Wait, IPSEC does have a face cam for some of his videos, but the majority of his videos are just really detailed, great CTF walkthroughs, and he doesn't have a face cam. So yeah, I mean, if you want to start a channel, you don't have to show your face at all, and then maybe later down the line you can do videos with your face, but really it's all about the content. Yeah, Watson, no problem. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if you come back in I think that video is 10 minutes, 15 minutes long. Come back in 10 or 15 minutes. Let me know how that goes. I love networking when it really goes in depth. Yeah, networking it can get crazy. There are some layers upon layers of networking. All right. Difa says, I was a salesman until 34, went to IT by filling up the printers until 2 months later. They realized there was more to get from me. Went to help desk, started pen testing, learning Linux, took out OSCP, and now I'm a security engineer. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, there is no other, like, I feel like there's really no other industry that you can have that drastic of a career change that quickly. I mean, you completely changed careers in 4 or 5 years. Like that doesn't happen in every other industry. Make a Discord group and throw some topics so that those who are preparing for any internship search or CTF can get prepared. It's a good idea. Could make a Discord. I was thinking of doing something community bound, like either the YouTube community page or something that I can get people together with. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, but I think I'll wait on it until there's really more demand, because I feel like I wouldn't want to take away from resources that already exist. Like there's a ton of great resources out there, Debo, that there's a ton of great discords like Hack Smarter, Tyler Ansby's Discord. There are channels in that Discord that are for studying specific certs, job opportunities, internships, all that good stuff. There's resources there. So I'd say check out that Discord first, because I don't want to be like reinventing the wheel with my Discord group. If you would work from Germany as a pen tester remote in the USA, how is the salary? It's a good question. I think it obviously depends on the company, but I actually don't know how that works, to be honest. I don't know how, like, if you would get the USA pay when living in a completely different country. Like, I don't know if you're still getting paid in at the same rate, or if they cut it because you're just living in a cheaper place. Not cheaper, but like it's just different salary expectations and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'd assume it'd still be a lot. Like, you're still gonna make a great amount of money because pen testing is hard, but I don't know what the comparison would be like. Anyways, we gotta do something here. I've been answering questions for like 30 minutes. Let's see. We need to set up our users. Let's do that. So let's search users and computers. I think I'm gonna set up the users in the groups, and then I'll call that a stream. So we have our duet.local, our users. We have a bunch of users here. I used to just like to make a new folder here. Right click. Hello. Or maybe I need to do it here. Right click, new OU. We're gonna call it groups. Okay. And then I'm gonna move everything that's not users into there. So we'll move all that stuff and all that stuff. And so now we have our default groups and we have our users. So now we can actually create our users. No problem, you're the best. I don't know about that. I don't know about me being the best. I feel like there's people a lot smarter, a lot nicer, a lot cooler than me. I just try my best, but I'm glad you think that. So let's go back to our users list. We have 4 users on the machine. I guess, my goodness. Hopefully you guys can't hear that ambulance outside. It is really honking its horn. It's crazy. So we have 1 domain administrator here. My goodness. That thing is loud. So we're going to copy this, and it's going to be Billy Simpleton. Okay? And it's going to be billy.simpleton@duet.local. Next, password. I'm not going to tell you guys the password because that would be cheating. It doesn't really matter. Wait, hold on. How do they get this password? We actually need to think about oh, never mind, we're good. It's gonna be a hash. I was thinking about our path, and I should probably bring it up. I don't have my laptop with me right now, so my laptop's over there in the room, but I'm not gonna go get it because I'm mega lazy. But my mic is canceling the audio. Okay, that's good. It was really loud. Like, that might be the loudest ambulance I've ever heard. Password never expires. And okay, next. Finish. Bruh. All right, we have to do a couple things first, apparently. So we need to do some group policy stuff to change our password policy and change our antivirus stuff. NTM steal technique. Yeah, so Defense, I think you actually missed the first couple streams because they were on YouTube. But I do have a full attack path like laid out already that we're gonna try that we made in the first stream. We made in part 1 of the stream, and it's on my laptop. It's over there. But we're gonna revisit it in part 3 of the stream next week. But yeah, we came up with a pretty neat attack path. But yeah, it's gonna be an NTLM hash steal, so we can just pass the hash and then get there. But let's make a new GPO. So group policy management. We're gonna go into the forest here, and I think it's domains here. And I think we just do this, create a GPO and call it disable stuff. And it's like, does Hashcat work to crack NTLM? Yeah, you can use Hashcat to crack NTLM hashes. And it is my preference as well. I like using Hashcat just because I have a GPU in my computer here, so it's a little faster than John the Ripper. But you can use either or. By the way, when did I start to learn and when was I consistent? I started learning. Let me actually do this first. I kind of got to lock in here and make sure I'm doing this right. Edit. Policies. Administrative templates. I'm looking over to the side here because I do have notes on this because I've done it before and it kind of gets convoluted. So I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Windows components, Microsoft Defender antivirus. Turn off Microsoft Defender antivirus. Enabled. Apply. Okay, and then we also need to do we also need to change password complexity. So I don't really know where that is, but let's try to find it here. It's not gonna be in Windows. It might be in user configuration. Policies, software, Windows, security settings. I thought I was onto something. I'm not gonna lie. I was not onto something. Let's go back here. Software, Windows, security. Oh, here we go. Account policies. Password policy. There we go. Enforce must meet disabled. Minimum length 1. Minimum age 0. Maximum age never. Or 0, can I? Yeah, 0, that was stupid. Enforce password history. Do not keep password history. Okay, I think that's good. Now we go back up here. Close this. Right click this, enforced. And then GPO, gosh, GPO. It's like a GPO, maybe it's GPO-force, maybe that's it. It's not GPO. GPO update, GPO update. Guys, this is not a good look. Maybe, oh, I think it's GP update. Hold on, I think I figured it out. Let's see. How to force is a GP update. GP update PowerShell. Let's see. GP update / force. I was so close. So close. GP update / force. There we go. Very nice. Sorry, Blower, I never really answered your question. I started to learn probably when I was in high school. So, a junior in high school. I think that's secondary school in across the pond. And then I was starting to be consistent my second year of university. So I started to learn, and then it's probably 2 or 3 years before I actually started to be consistent. So just started solving Hack the Box as a beginner, and it's hard. Yeah, Hack the Box is not easy. It is tough. Even the weekly box, this most recent one, Pirate, that box is so hard. I still haven't got. I got the user flag, but I haven't got the root flag yet, and the new box drops I think in a couple hours. So I'm probably gonna miss the root flag on that. But man, that box is tough. It is not easy. Let's see. Let's go back here and see if we can make our Billy Simpleton account. All right. My caps lock is on. Oh, my caps lock is on. I should just paste this password. I don't know why I'm not pasting it. I have it here on my second screen. Oh, go back. Password never expires. There we go. Okay. That means it worked. So we have antivirus disabled, and we have our password set. Have your Impact PSSec or Impact tools in the OCP? Yeah, I love the Impact suite. They know what they're doing over there. Super smart people. And I use the Impact Secret Stump is one of the most popular tools for a reason. It's great. Make a video on OSCP tools required before the exam. I do have a video on that. Go ahead and check out top 3 OSCP tools you need to pass the exam in 2026 or whatever that title is. Go check it out. Bollock. That video is the tools I actually use when I pass the exam. So, great video idea. We're on the same wavelength there because I did make that video. When I started with Hack the Box, I just wanted to die. Never tried to try Hack Me. I don't like their GUI. Yeah, Hack the Box. That's funny. Hack the Box. It's not easy. It is not beginner friendly. It is pretty hard, especially like their weekly boxes and their newer content. It's not easy. Have I started the CPTS path? Not yet, but I will look to start it in the next couple months. Is when I'm aiming to start it. Okay, we need more users. New user. This one's gonna be Alice Jones. Alice.Jones. Her password. It's going to be. My gosh, I'm copy pasting that again. If I can pin this. I can't. Okay. Sorry to make sure I'm not pasting an extra space. All right, next, cool. We're gonna copy this user and make, well, no, that's all we need on the domain controller. I was gonna say we need to make Larry's account, but Larry is a local user. So that's all we need for the, I mistyped, properties. House Jones. Apply. Okay, that should be good. Refresh. Hopefully that updates. Let's see. Alice Jones. Okay, that's good. Close that. Let's see what else we want to do here. I think we're good. I think that's a wrap. Um, I think we need to make a group actually. I'm looking at the path here. We are going to do a couple more things here on the domain controller before we end it here. Wallace says, I'm planning to use MSF Venom on the AD set, or do I have any other suggestion? I mean, MSF Venom is great, and it's the only Metasploit tool you can use on the exam. So it makes it easy, right? And if you're using things to make it easier, why not do it, right? I feel like that's definitely the right path to go. MSF Venom's great. And then, yeah, I talk about the other tools in that video. So go check out that video and learn a couple new tools. You think I'm going to do both CPTS and OSCP at the same time? First doing the whole path of CPTS, and I don't think I'm going to have to learn much for the OSCP then since I got much technical cert. I hate OffSec, by the way. So you hate CompTIA and you hate OffSec, or is that someone else that said they hate CompTIA? I forget. Yeah, I mean, I don't like OffSec purely because I think the price is unreasonable. I mean, like, it is expensive to get that cert, and I don't think it's worth the price. At least, like, from a value standpoint, I don't think it's valued at the right price. I think they make a ton of money off of it because it's the industry standard, but gosh. Yeah, and the lab time, like, you're only giving me 3 months of the labs. Like, it's ridiculous. I do not like the OSCP. I don't like OffSec rather. We're gonna create a new group here and call it IT. And we're going to add Alice Jones to the IT group because this is going to be our Bloodhound path. And we need to add generic all or generic right to. So let's go groups. See if I remember how to do this. Properties. Managed by. I do this. I actually forgot how to give. I forgot how to give groups DSCL. It's another thing to Google, I guess. What about EJPT or CRTP? I think those are two very different certs. I think EJPT is kind of outdated from what I've heard. I've never taken it, but CRTP is a little more advanced from what I hear, like certified red team professional. So I think they're very different certs and they serve different purposes. Back up to Microsoft Edge. I should really just keep the tab open. Let's see. Give me how to add DACL to a Windows group. Here we go. I think I want the GUI. You can use PowerShell? Bruh, that is not what I want. How to add generic right to a group in Windows. Okay. Advanced features. That's what I was missing. I was missing the advanced features. Okay. Features view. Properties. Okay, got it. So we need to go here. We need, where is advanced view? View? Advanced features. Oh, here we go. Groups, properties, security. There we go. It's interesting that's not a already a feature. And we are going to add, let's see, groups, security, group properties. We're going to add Billy.simpleton. And Billy.simpleton, we want special permissions, advanced. I hope I'm doing this right. Auditing, effective access. Billy Simpleton. Oh, here we go. So Billy Simpleton. I may be doing this backwards, to be honest. I may be doing this backwards. Allow this object only. I think I'm doing this backwards, actually. So I got to go to... Hope you guys can't hear the wind outside either. It's howling right now. The wind is howling. Okay, so let me go to users. Then Billy Simpleton, right click, properties, security. We're gonna add IT. So the IT group, advanced. I don't get the OffSec hate, to be honest. The OSCP course might not be the best, but there are definitely much worse courses out there. Of course, they're much less expensive too. But being able to put the OSCP on your resume has actual value compared to some other certs, and I think it prepares pretty good for the basics of pen testing, and 24 hours of the proctoring has to be paid as well, which adds a lot to its value. Yeah, Defus, you're definitely right. You're definitely right. I mean, compared to other certs, OSCP is kind of the cream of the crop for a reason, I guess. Like there's a reason why it's so good, and there's a reason why it's on resumes. But yeah, I agree. I think that the resume value is it can't be beaten, right? So I think while OffSec gets hate, and while you can criticize their course and the certs all you want, I mean, it's really you can't really do anything about it. Okay, double click. Here we go. So IT principal has right. Let's do this. So we have write all properties. I think that's just generic, right? Properties. Permissions. I think that's good. Apply. I think now we should have that configured. And that's where I'm going to stop today. So we created our domain, right? We have our host name. We are the Duet administrator. We created our users, right? We have our users on the machine here. We configured the last step of our chain. So Alice Jones has permission through the IT group to do a shadow credential attack on Billy Simpleton. So we made a lot of progress today, despite it being a little inefficient, but hey, we're getting progress. That was part 2. Tune in next week for part 3, but that is going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. Turn my camera back over here where it normally is. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Defus, I'm going to do the chat thing for next week. Hopefully I remember. I'll make sure to write a note, but yeah, stopping already. Yeah, it's been an hour and 15 minutes. It's been a while, but I'm trying to keep the stream short, make it a little more digestible. But yeah, Blower, thank you for tuning in the stream. Good luck for your studying. I think I'm gonna get my first burnout soon. Yeah, I mean, you are you've been grinding. So yeah, good luck with the learning. Follow, yeah, no problem. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. Thanks for coming and hanging out. That's part 2 of the building a box series. I don't know how many parts it's gonna be, but I'll see you guys next week. Either I want to say Thursday or Friday. Probably Thursday, since that time is pretty good. But yeah, I'll see you guys then for part 3 of the building box series. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week. Go watch the video I posted today. Go watch the video I just posted. Posted a couple hours ago. Go watch it. And then I'll see you next week.